GM, wake up, let's go. Web 2, Web 3, stay in the know. Action, Dabatola, Toki in the zone. Breaking down the latest, straight to your phone. From Web 2 shifts to Web the waves. News, deep dives, hot takes for days. Tech's evolving, the world's in spin. Markets move, let's lock it in. Gen Z's here, no time to snooze. Tune in now, get the news. GM, wake up, let's go. Web 2, Web 3, stay in the know. GM, start the show. GM, wake up, let's go. Web 2, stay in the know. GM, start the show. GM, let's go. Web 2, stay in the know. GM, start the show.
GM, everyone, and welcome to another stream. And look who is here as always. Action, well, not Action as always, but Toki as always here. Action has been showing up a little bit more recently, so thanks for joining us again, Action. And hello to everyone out there.
I wasn't gonna
miss Bitcoin today.
I wasn't gonna miss your birthday stream. Come on now.
Now, Action.
Do we have
Are
any
you ready?
cake or anything going on?
One,
We don't have anything.
2, 3. Happy birthday
It's
to
gonna be out
you.
of sync if I sing it. Also,
right.
that song is copyrighted.
Look, I'm going to divide you two
Well,
up.
it's less than
all
10
right?
seconds, so we're good.
Dividing you two up. No stinging, no shenanigans. What's going on, everyone? How you guys doing, though? It's been one of those mornings already, hasn't it?
Well, let's see.
Yeah.
Your computer crashed. My computer crashed. Action's computer hasn't crashed that we know of yet. We had to switch a space live from a device that was no longer working to literally me logging in on my phone and hoping that it was still live by the time I got back. Yeah, good times. Good times. Shout out Mario, dude. Thank you so much.
Yeah, no, it was all set up, and then, like 15, 20 minutes ago, a storm passed through. My backup power supply went out, and my computer is back working, and I could stream, but there's still, it started updating and doing all these things. So now, yeah, I'm going to have to spend a little bit of time this afternoon dialing it
Is
back
he
in,
lagging?
but
Yeah,
I'm
he
lagging,
is.
right?
Is he choppy, Toki?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Hold on.
He's got like a half second to like something kind of lag. It's interesting.
Are we waiting for him? Oh
No, you
I'm
don't have to
stuck.
wait for
No,
me.
no,
I
no.
think you're lagging too, though, on my end. It's weird.
Yeah.
Oh
Is it
yeah, now
better?
he is. Yeah, now you're better, and he's. well,
Now
he's okay.
Action's worse.
Yeah. You guys switched so well.
You know what I'm going to do?
Yeah, we try. We do what we can.
I'm going to just start closing tabs and in other browsers and things like that.
That's actually a great idea. I should have done that.
Now I'm
Then
curious.
I forget what I was looking at.
Action.
And I'm like, ah.
Are you curious,
What-
Toki?
Yeah. What in the world are you wearing?
This is proof of work. POW means proof of work. Okay.
Okay.
Make proof of work great again.
Okay. All right. Just making sure. Just making sure.
Because I feel like my lighting is off.
Everyone needs to know.
Or am I still lagging? or
I
do
would
seem
hope
a little bit
everyone
better?
knows about Bell's coin. You seem a little bit better.
All right.
Yeah. Scott, now you're great, and
Action's a
has-
little bit blurry, right?
Yeah.
All right, everyone, Action's a little bit blurry, right?
Yeah.
All right, everyone, we're going to blame this on the software and not on any of our computer problems that we've all been having. And Toki's about to have his computer crash again when he spits coffee all over it. And that will be interesting. So when this happens, you know that his computer crashed. Anyways, now I'm splitting you guys back up.
So
There we go.
hang on. Do you think it might have anything to do with the fact that I'm running on Windows XP?
You're running on DOS.
Which computer are you? Never mind.
Look, see, this is him. Look at, he's like freezing and going potato and all that other stuff. And you know what? Bitcoin is starting to do that right now. I was hoping.
Are you
as I
sure
was
it's not
setting
going
up,
cassava?
I was setting up the stream, and we were almost at 110.5, right? So I'm like, all right, cool. Like, hopefully, we could get some sort of breakout. We had. I don't want to say official news. I've seen some tweets. I didn't see actual hard news articles on what the terms were, but it looked like the talks between Trump and the president of China are going well. I want to say there might have been a 55-10 split on the tariffs, and also have access to, you know, rare earth minerals and the things that we need, and they'll still have access to schooling. And so I think they said they are going well. I don't know if there's going to be an official thing like this is exactly A to Z what happened. I would have thought that might have would pick this up, but the last couple hours we have red candles. I mean, not like we're at 109.5. It's not like this is all over. We're, you know, crashing. I mean, I'm just saying that I was hoping that some of this news, some of the things we were hearing, I was hoping for my birthday to see us push to a new all-time high. Be like, oh, cool. We're cool with China. All right. Everything's good. 113, 114. But, you know, 109.5, we're still pretty strong.
But instead,
I don't know how you guys feel.
But instead, we're yeah, I'm saying like, but instead we got what I'm getting over here, which is basically like, yeah.
Oh man, they really should have that sound like that, like the ending, the like broken record sound. It sounds so much better.
The broken record sound, yeah.
Yeah.
That's different.
That's when Action walks into the room. That's the right.
I try. We do what we can. What's so funny? What's so funny, Toki?
I was just thinking, you know, Dodger Blue's comment was that must be all the rioting and destroying my city, and I was like, you know, I don't know how much it.
Oh, no. Are you curious?
No,
I am curious.
No, I'm not. I do believe that
just a little bit.
It would be interesting to know if any of that would be affecting your internet, though.
They were having rolling shutdown, like power shutoffs here.
Okay.
I wasn't impacted.
Last time they did that here,
about I have wait.
What? He's got half power. It just only supplies enough so it could be potato. That's what's going on. And internet.
There you go. Right? No, like my computer just tried to update itself for a second, and I'm like, no, stop! I don't need this right now.
Yeah, when mine crashed,
yeah, I mean, last time that happened, people.
So.
Yeah,
mine just forced an update.
I literally had to stop it from doing that. That's what I'm trying to not happen right now. Oh man. So talk to me.
The other times
you
you guys have like started talking at the exact same time, like, and then you stop at the exact same time was just impeccable.
It has to be as interesting.
You're welcome. So oh yeah, we're gonna blame my internet for that.
And you. It's on your side.
Okay, no, you can blame me. You definitely blame me. That makes a lot more sense actually. But Scott, this is your show. It's your day, so we will talk about whatever you want us to talk about.
I want to talk about for a second why Toki's got a beanie on and still all bushy beard, and it's June and drinking hot coffee. It's probably like 85 degrees there. When are you going to get into the summer spirit here?
First off,
you were talking about shaving it off. You mentioned it, I think, the other day briefly.
It's only 78 out.
I wish it was. It's like 98 already.
No. I think as far as all this goes, quite frankly, I have a lot of hair. I do have a lot of hair, so the beanie does help in regards to containing the sheer amount of hair that I have.
Well, we're going to
Yeah.
post a wallet here shortly for everyone to put donations in so that Toki can get a haircut. And the longer he waits, it might go up in value. But we got this right here as a comment. Is ETH going to 3K before BTC hits 100K?
No.
Oh, this is... I like
Are we
how
going?
it's
Are we
the
going
reverse.
like this?
Well,
Yeah, that's what I was like.
Well, hold on a second. You have ETH at just under 29, right? So to get to 3 would be fairly easy. Do we think it could get to 3 and Bitcoin has a really bad day or week and it drops down? I mean, we know that anything red on Bitcoin usually is going to drag down most of the alts and everything else. ETH has already
110.
been so low. I just don't think it's dropping. Oh, 110.
Yeah, 110.
I honestly think Bitcoin hits 110 before ETH hits 3. I mean, we're right on the edge on both. I was going to say, if we had a crash down to 100 from Bitcoin,
that was going to be like,
ETH is surely going to go down.
I got to put this up so people know he meant 110, not 100s for everybody watching different platforms.
Yeah, because Bitcoin goes down, it's going to drag ETH
that's
down.
a good
But
point.
ETH is, regardless of Bitcoin moving right now, I mean, for ETH to push up a little bit, it shouldn't be too difficult. There's been some talks about it, like BlackRock picking up. But Bitcoin probably goes over 110 before ETH does. I mean, that's a little bit of a wick. It's a 300-point wick right now. And we're back up over 110. I'd like to see us just stay over 110 going forward throughout the summer. I don't think we could take Bitcoin going down at all for our alts.
I mean, does the order book support that?
Support what?
The ability to maintain above 110.
Oh, all it takes is somebody just saying something on Twitter that's got like 1 million followers, and then we're back down to 107, or something crazy.
I love how 107 is something crazy.
Yeah, I mean, when you drop 3K in, like, I'm saying, like a shot, right? If we have something brutal,
yeah, we did it in one shot. That's fair.
One thing I'll say that I found interesting, and I feel so bad because I'm getting very bearish on altcoins just in general, unless they're really trying to solve some problems or have some revenue. And I don't know. As I move forward here,
and right now we have two types of altcoins. Ones that don't have revenue and others that don't solve any problems. So yeah, we're screwed.
It's kind of like
like
Action. Do you remember about like a year ago when we had that really funny conversation? And I'm pretty sure Scott was there, where we're just like, yeah, aren't all altcoins meme coins if
most
they're
of them
not
are
gonna
right
do
now.
anything?
Well, this is the thing is even with some of these bigger
This segment
alts,
brought to you by Entropy.
So even
nothing.
Bigger altcoins, right? I think everyone's saying or thinking, all right, all these big companies, banks or whatnot, are going to utilize, Solana, Ethereum, XRP, whatever it might be, right? Everyone's hoping that these were already out. They're, they got popularity in our small crypto bubble. And everyone's like, yeah, when all the big dogs come in, it's going to be great. Well, the big dogs are coming in and Bitcoin's doing amazing, right? These other ones are getting propped up by a lot of like the small and medium builders, I would think. And well, actually, it's pretty much what it is. But look, today, wait, hold on, no, stop. You're not interrupting me. Today in the in the news, there was talks of, I think it was Bank of America, that's going to be building their own chain, their own thing. It's private, and that's what a lot of these bigger companies who have money, who have resources, why are they going to hop on, any of the ones that we have when they could just, I hate saying it, just throw a few $1 million, get a dev team together, get some, guidance.
Not even that, dude. They can do it for a lot less.
Well, yeah, they could do it for less, but they have money to burn in a sense. That, like, why are they going to invest in something that they're not sure is proven to them when they'll just invest in themselves? And you already see lots of places where they're posting and articles are saying roughly 60% of these businesses are already in crypto, big businesses, or not just holding Bitcoin, but exploring the technology, whether it's, Web3, blockchain, so on and so forth. So what do you think all those ones that we don't know are doing? They're working on their own stuff. Doesn't mean we're going to be able to go buy the token, right? But they're going to have their own systems. It's still going to be closed. It's going to be theirs. They're going to utilize, partner with other banks and such. And that's why I see a lot of these alts not what everyone's banking on, them to just rip from everyone coming in. I don't know. Toki's just like dancing in his head here.
So you're saying that
I mean,
the upside, you mean the
So what were
upside
you saying?
potential
So what
is
do you
not
wanna
for the
say,
people,
Toki?
it's for the people actually building it?
Wait, what was that? For the people that build it? What?
Well, yeah, like for Bank of America and all these other
Oh.
large entities, like
Mhm.
why would they give away the upside potential on these platforms as opposed to taking it for themselves, right? I mean, why would you? If you have the power and the ability
Yeah,
to
you
make something
control
of
it
your
already.
own and just win, why would you open it up to the public? Why would you make it a decentralized platform when being a centralized one has been working, has been profitable for I don't know how long?
Well, and not even a sense of decentralized versus centralized, because a lot of these chains aren't truly decentralized either. I mean, we could argue decentralization, but I agree with even let's just say on a bank level, you got Bank of America, Chase, or whatnot, and all these others. If they're working on their own stuff that's privatized, my comparison would be like your local community bank that has like 1, 2, 3 branches is probably going to be utilizing one of these other chains that's already out there and not building their own. Where Bank of America is not going to be messing with anything that we're holding, and they're going to have their own path. Mm-hmm. What's going on, Toki? You got a question?
Yes, you in the back with the long beard.
Oh, I want to say a half-baked line here so bad, but I won't. I can't. We're on YouTube. All right. Toki, what do you think, Toki?
So I know you're talking about how you only see a lot of money in regards to what's going on with Bitcoin. But I feel like you've really left out something that we've been harping on quite recently is the RWA market within Ethereum. With almost 60% of the market share, that's where almost everyone is actually taking L2s. Like if you're looking for RWAs and you're looking for where a lot of money is going, it looks like L2s on Ethereum seems to be pretty commonplace.
But there's not much RWA right now. It's like if you have let's just dumb it down a lot. If you have a very small percentage, if you have 100 projects, but 60 of them are on there, you could say, sure, it's very heavy on ETH. But if we scale up to 1,000 or more, maybe that percentage gets skewed amongst other chains. I actually think with RWA, when you have big banks and companies like that doing their own chain, they're just going to offer RWA services and access to them through their own portal on their stuff. You know what I mean? I think a lot of this stuff is going to end up being gatekept by
a lot of these companies are using to a degree, the exact same code over and over and over and over and over and over and over again. And they're just calling it a new name and they're just calling it their own product. But a lot of these are still just being built on top of ETH. So even if we were to include the stable coins, it's still pretty insane how much ETH has as far as control. Regardless of what you think, there's 312 issuers.
Hopefully we don't get
right now as far as
destroyed in
RWA
fees
goes.
coming up. It's funny, even services and some things that I paid for stuff I'm not going to say what, but a product. It was all right, we'll send USDC on ETH, right? But immediately, not even assuming the fee, just based off of right now, they're just well, it's going to be an extra $10. It's not even a bother to calculate the fee. They're just blanket putting it on. The fees were actually 40 cents or something at the time. But I'm so everyone's already geared up now to make sure that the fees don't work against them. But I don't know. I mean, I think I'll tell you this. I don't think people who spent thousands on fees, especially on NFTs last cycle, are going to be doing that again this cycle.
I don't think they're going to be doing that this cycle,
I mean,
but I think that
did.
there's a lot of projects being built on Base, and Base is built on top of ETH. And as we continue to see Base expand and explore a lot of financial options, especially RWAs included, I do think that we're going to continue to see a lot more money going into ETH than probably what you're expecting or thinking right now. Now, is it going to be nearly as much as Bitcoin? I'm never going to say that. I don't think that's possible. But
dollar
at the
for
same
dollar,
time,
no. But multiplier, you probably get, if you could get a 3x out of ETH, just say on, from here, will we get a 3x during the same period with Bitcoin? There's still then the further argument where like Saylor and lots of people think that the cycle has changed specifically for Bitcoin, where we're not going to get a real big retracement during the bear and this go back to like, 60 or 50 or anything crazy. So if that's the case, then we might see Bitcoin still on that upward trend. And then after the bull's over and ETH did gain, say, that 3x or more value, actually retrace harder. It's going to depend, like you said, a lot on RWA, because once you have tokenized assets on chain, it should hold.
That's what I'm thinking. I truly believe that Ethereum is going to have a much more stable price as RWAs continue to increase.
I'm just wondering,
as the market share of RWAs continues to increase on ETH, when it does overtake a lot of these other meme markets, especially on ETH, and once it overtakes all the past like NFT scrubbed markets, essentially, we should actually be able to see some real viable, I'd say, like holding positions as far as like what ETH is, because with that amount of commodities on chain,
I still think we're far off though in RWA. As hot as it is.
Oh no, I still think it's far off.
It's gonna take a while to get that kind of dollar value on.
I don't think it doesn't take that long. It does not take that long. In less than 2 years, we have put over 20 billion.
Yeah, but I think that a lot of the stuff that is getting tokenized are more people that are, in our space and been in our space that are pulling on, and we need a lot of these other businesses and stuff out. Like there needs to be more outreach, more people getting involved.
I know someone who's literally someone who's in Iran right now trying to work on an RWA deal for them to build a CBDC.
Okay.
Like it is worldwide, no matter what. Like RWAs are expanding at a very, very rapid rate. That way countries can interact at an easier scale.
Well, I don't think you necessarily need RWA for that. I mean, that's just tokens, period. Putting all their assets and stuff to make it accessible to others, you sort of take down the boundaries of countries for accessibility for investment.
They're trying to escape losing money to random middlemen as much as possible, because they want to control their own sector of the market. Oh yeah, especially in commodities trading.
I think you're still gonna. You'll get rid of a lot, but you're still gonna have a lot because people.
There will of course be intermediaries, but there will not be the sheer amount of middlemen that are taking parts and pieces of the deals in comparison, because it'll all be on blockchain. I'm just saying.
There you have it, everyone. We'll see you tomorrow.
Wait, I'm not ready for that.
What's a rug? I don't know what he's ready
to put up a video over top and like getting you ready to go.
Oh yeah, no,
you know what I mean?
Yeah, he needs more time than that.
Like you were saying goodbye. I need to like hit a video. I don't know, like maybe this.
No, not that one.
Not that one. My favorite recently that we played on stream has to be
Oh man, that's so I hope he's still watching. I hope he's still watching the stream.
Oh my god.
That's great.
That's Peter Schiff.
Man, I don't want to get into the details, but of all that drama with him recently again. But he tweeted out, was that this morning or yesterday? What was it? To like explain himself, like, hey, I know what I said seems a little bit bad, and I didn't mean to offend everyone, but just to be clear, this was the situation. And I'm like thinking in my mind, I'm like, that's not any better. Like you need to just keep it moving. Like, don't bring any more attention to your I don't know, your comments.
I understand where Peter Schiff's coming from. It's not
Yeah, but
illegal.
you know
what it is? It's called autism. And you say things that you're thinking like, oh, let me think about the legality of this thing. How does the law actually work? What is it? This definition of X, Y, and Z. He's not thinking about like, this is going to make me look terrible. Like he's literally saying what he just thought about. That's what it was.
Yeah, but the thing is, he shouldn't have gone back and just keep adding. It's like he was commenting the other day, and they just like, well, let me just bring it back up and let me clear up what I was saying. Everyone in the comments is looking like, why don't you just stop talking about it? Because you already just, this doesn't make it much better.
He can't help it.
Somehow what he said
he can't help it. I
is
feel
worse than what he had said in other comments.
Well,
especially because he's really good at contradicting himself.
Yeah. So, anyways, I just thought that was kind of amusing. That
I love how the proposed community note is his own tweet.
I didn't see that. All right, did I miss this?
Like, here's the community note. Just to be clear, this is exactly what it is. You know, it's like right from him. Come on. So,
can you all please share that tweet with me? Because like I haven't seen it yet.
Man, I need that.
Yeah, I'm sending it to you,
I'm gonna put that out as a short.
Sorry.
It's such a good short. Oh man. So Wednesday, middle of the week, we got a near 110K Bitcoin. I think our alts are, it's a mixed bag here. I'll say we're just flat because the percentages for red and green are like, 0.0 kind of BS or whatnot. I mean, overall, we're a third of the way into June.
True.
This actually is a really good price for Bitcoin. I'm hoping that this carries into the summer, but I already see in the comments, and I know a lot of people are thinking this, time to short, right? Not financial advice, but my luck is if I'm like, let me start trading again now. We're pretty high. This is due for some pullback. I go to short it, it pushes to a new all-time high. Then I'm like, and then from there we get the retracement. I'm actually worried that, not worried, but I actually see possibly a leg up more before that retracement comes hard enough that I would want to short it.
We have definitely talked about hitting 115, 116, and then dropping back down from there. It'll be like that staircase, been right? The conversation. Yeah.
It's going to be, I kind of agree with that sort of stair step method where it's like it pushes to a new all-time high. People get real hyped. Maybe it pushes a little bit up more. People start taking profits. Market gets maybe big trades, big leverage starts happening. Get that pullback. Let it coil up a bit. Push back, push through that new all-time high, set a new one. Everyone else gets other people who missed out on maybe trying to take their profits or time that to get back in, or like, ooh, they're all happy, and and it's that way until the cycle is exhausted.
There's a lot of people who are putting in shorts because they do kind of feel that way. They do feel like it's already kind of gotten its measure through. Like that seems to be the sentiment. It is time to short. So
yesterday I was talking to people about those like extended longs.
Really?
Because there's been people who put some longs in and not use a lot of leverage, but have it so like they can't get stomped out. Like even if it goes like say 95 or 100, and they're doing that long play where they're going to keep this long open for months, and hopefully you're ahead of the fees. The issue that I've noticed is a lot of the people, the exchanges that this has happened on in the past, they're notorious for those random wicks and you don't see them on other exchanges, and it closes out everyone's position. So somebody's in it for a month or two. There's fees. They push their stop loss up, and they're in the profits, but they want to keep riding this up, and it's like, and they're like, damn, closed. I don't know. I haven't the exchanges that I've been using, the ones that I prefer, I haven't really seen that. I guess I'll just say the ones that I always seen it on was MEXC, which is just notorious for things like that.
Makers.
Yeah, so I'm hoping
he said it out loud.
Oh no, it doesn't matter. I don't trade on their exchange anyways. No more. I always see them list tokens and then they dump. I don't know. They wouldn't have anything to do with that. Now,
you don't know. We know. We all know. We know. We all know.
What was it? Over the cycle, everyone was hoping on these new projects that come out. They're like, oh, we need an exchange listing. We need an exchange listing. Everyone's all hyped up. We're getting big exchange listings. And then they come to realize that there's not tons of volume or whatever. It's a quick hype for 30 seconds. The exchange dumps all their tokens on everyone. Price falls down. And a lot of them didn't even recover, end up getting delisted. I think the rush to get exchange listings is a little overemphasized in projects, and there's nothing wrong with having a couple smaller exchanges or dexes and whatnot, and building that up. Of course, when if you're in a raging bull market and your product or service is a good altcoin, then it doesn't hurt, obviously, getting that flag in the ground with like a Coinbase listing. But too early on some of those exchanges, if no one knows what you're doing, what's the point? Oh, look at this. This is my electric company. I see calling on my phone.
The goal for people listing on places like MEXC.
What about MEXC? Oh, you're going potato action.
That's a little delayed. No, but I'm saying like people list on MEXC trying to get some kind of volume so that they can get listed on bigger ones. Did I rug out hard?
No, you're good. You're good that time.
Action.
Oh, okay.
You're rugging.
Dude, action is about that action. Shout out Doodles.
Look, this is completely right. Problem's not just the exchange.
Not just the exchange, but more so that. All right, guys.
Internet. No, he could come back. Internet has us all over each other. No, but actually come back. This is the delay here. What's going on? They're rioting at your internet service provider right now.
The delay is bad. Dude, these stupid riots are so dumb. So dumb.
He's blaming on the riots. It's probably not anything of the sort.
Blue, like keep it up. We saw you were gonna be hanging out. Good.
We totally missed the comment and addressing it because you're just on dial-up. Here we go. So Puma is right here. Problem's not just the exchange, but more so the project pays in tokens instead of putting up the cash to cover the full cost. This has been talked about. We talk about this a ton in Telegram chats and everything together that like if they get tokens, they're going to dump them. You want to go to the exchange and just pay them in stables or something else. So if they want to like you give them in stables, they're just paid. What are they going to do? Buy your token and then dump it on you? Makes no sense at that point. But if you give them a big supply, they want their money. They want that listing fee. They're just going to sell.
MEXC, they're probably only going to charge you like 10 to 60K depending on how well your token's doing.
Well, and if you're charging up to 60K, think about when they're taking a ton in token allocation and a new project, and then they have all that to dump. Yeah.
That's a lot of supply to dump, dude. A lot.
What do you mean? Sometimes
that's a lot of supply to dump.
Sometimes it's only like 10%.
Yeah, a lot of the supply to dump.
MEXC's the next
dude.
one,
Like
my
advisory fee, like I'm at 1%. Like thinking that MEXC's dumping 10% of their supply is crazy.
That's happened to more than one token.
I know. Happens
more
all the
than
time.
100 tokens.
You know what? It was really probably upsetting to lots of projects. Last year's meme coin season where you have some BS meme coin that just blows up with volume in a couple hours, and then you see the next couple days exchange listing, Binance, Mexi, and like they just start popping up. All these ones like that charge 10, 20, 50, $100,000 for listings or even more,
And they
are
list
just
it for
are just banging it out, just listing them. They're like, we're going to get all the fees while this is hot. We don't care. Meanwhile, there's a project that's on the side, like begging to get listed, grinding for years, maybe as a good community. And they're like, yeah, we'll take it all in your tokens. You know, like, hey, I get it from a business point of view as an exchange. They're looking really at volume. They're just looking at volume. They want their fees, as much fees
all
as
of
they
those
can get.
exchanges have market makers too.
Yeah. Well,
And so they love knowing which tokens are going to have the best ability for them to trade on.
yeah. It's
Like, what was his name? Action. We met him while we were talking to Doug Hype in Nashville. And this guy was going, I think he said he was doing like million for million against some random guy on a meme coin. And then all of a sudden he realized that he had spent like $12 million on a meme coin. And so he called up his market maker and he was like, yeah, I'm going to need you to get me out of this position. And so it was like, I want to say it was like someone on Binance or someone on like one of the other exchanges. And he was just like casual, like, yeah, I can't have this in my portfolio. You got to get rid of it. Do you remember that?
I wish we had connections
I
all over
think
to
so.
just have interesting things going on like that.
We had shawarmas. We had shawarmas with Doug Hype, and it was the random guy who walked up to us.
Yeah,
Shawarma sounds
yeah. I
amazing.
remember he was a little lit, if I'm not mistaken.
Oh yes.
Wow,
Yeah,
you know
I
what? Hey
remember.
guys, I just looked over at the arena because we have arena in the stream here, and that blew up. There's like a almost 120 people, and the chat is starting to go off there in the arena social app. So
Wait, I need
shout
to get
out
in
to
there so I can get
everyone
some
there.
tips.
No, we should probably shut it down now.
What? Shut you down right now.
So I gotta give big shout out for Arena. Like they have the shortest delay out of any platform I've seen so far. It's literally like a second or two after we say something, you hear it on Arena. It's pretty amazing.
Yeah, it is. I hope that the next step we'll see is a little bit better with like scheduling the stream where it'll pop up and because you have to really start it each time. And maybe that was before a little bit of the reason why some of this stuff gets a little choppy is having all these browsers and trying to have the chats and things open. And maybe we'll see StreamYard start to support some of these other platforms. But I think it's really important, especially, putting the stream out to there, like, that's in our space. We need to support. And I love what's going on there. We're trading some meme coins straight through the platform. And, yeah, no, I'd like to see it keep developing. I've been enjoying it, and we have these days like where the chat and the viewership in there is badass. So appreciate everyone there and appreciate everyone watching. Make sure that you smash the like and retweet and comment and all that stuff that we like you to do to support. But I know we have to wrap this up soon.
I just sent you a tip.
Oh, did you?
I sent you a tip. Yeah, I sent you 10 cocks.
You sent me 10, just under 10 cocks. I received in arena. So birthday cock in arena. Thanks, Action. Yeah.
Anytime.
That sentence just broke my brain.
But no, I know we got to shut
YouTube,
down a couple minutes. We have a hard stop, right?
YouTube, that's COQ. Just so you know.
COQ, yeah. He's got some cock in him.
No, it's just in my wallet. Cock in your wallet.
Oh no, so it's cock in you.
So what's coming up next that we have to stop at exactly noon? Is there another space?
Yes,
right
great
after
question.
There's another space actually directly after this.
So there's back-to-back spaces. I'm not on the next one, but I'm on the one after that.
Correct.
So everyone,
I'll
you can
wait.
tune in here if you're watching on Twitter. Most of you are with X. That there's going to be a couple spaces right after this. What's the next one on?
So the next one that Genzio will actually be joining is the Prism space.
So
if you're
that's what's
looking-
next. So
Yeah, if you're
so you
looking to
gotta be
learn
following
anything
Prism.
about like the Cosmos ecosystem, Prism as a whole, actually, they're going to be talking about their Prism launch. So it's going to be a pretty good discussion. Melina's going to be in there, girl in the verse.
Cool.
She is a long time runner with their show as far as Wednesdays go. So it was actually pretty cool to see us have.
Melina cracks me up.
She's pretty hilarious, that's for sure. There's been plenty of good fun to be had with her, whether in person or on Spaces, to say the least.
I mean, I'm only willing to have fun with her if her husband's there.
He's aware, don't worry.
So
I know.
after that space with her, then we have one at One Central. That's
Correct.
you and me on that space.
Yes,
Okay.
and we're actually gonna
Wait,
have.
what
I
is
believe
it?
We're gonna go over InfoFi.
Is that space that I'm supposed to crash and like?
You could very
Be
well
there?
crash it if you like.
I think you'd actually have some pretty good fun with it. I think based on some of the projects that you've worked with, you'd find it hilarious that they hadn't coined the term InfoFi sooner. Just
All right.
genuinely speaking on that one.
Genuinely,
I haven't used that in a while, okay, bud?
that's
So
pretty good. Should I buy
So-
a 57-inch monitor? That was the other question that I was gonna have for you guys today.
should
gotta-
you
I
buy
got-
one?
Yeah, because I got a 49 right now, the Curve, the Samsung. So I'm
Only
looking,
if
should I
it's
upgrade?
57?
You gotta send one
There's
to
a
Scott.
57
That way
one.
he has that third monitor again.
Oh man, if the third monitor spanned these 230 inches, like either below or above it, that's what I should do. I should get a large curved monitor, and then have
I'm
these
thinking-
two other ones that I
I'm
can
thinking of
rotate.
getting the curve. Well, I need to make some money, but I want to get the bigger curved underneath and then switch my two top ones with the curved on top.
Ooh. Oh yeah.
Well, that's the goal. Make some money. Actually,
And then you
after
get
I
a
move
mech
and set up a new
game.
studio, I'll
You get like
I'll
Mech
do all that.
Warriors, then you just dial it in. Oh, that'd be so much fun.
Well, everyone, we got to be out. We have a hard stop. Thank you all for joining. Make sure to sub, like, reshare,
Kato.
comment, and join us for some spaces coming up.
Potato.
We'll see you soon.
Wait, did you have? Yeah, you got the right one. No, you got the wrong outro set up. Hang on.
It's not me. I
I
didn't
didn't
do
have-
it.
I
I
didn't
didn't do
say
it. I
anything.
didn't do it. Stop. No. Don't hit that one. No, the other one. No.
Which
You
one?
can see what he's doing.
I can see that one.
You can't see that one.
You can't see what he's selecting.
Hey, Toki, you want to see my lightsaber?
Hey, what's up?
This is
But it's
Zach.
not something Gensio is afraid of.
If you want to survive, you got to build a
How
hive.
many know he did not understand? that we do not have? Ladies and gentlemen,
We're back at the Gensio Media House.
Awesome. Well, thanks so much for joining us today.